Hello, come in. What?
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. How is everybody today? I know I was extra tired. Glad I didn't have to work. So if you did have to work today, I hope it went by quick. If you didn't, I hope you had a great day off. So just want to say hey to everybody here. So hey, Emmy, Kay Braze, Shauna B. Shauna B says I went to the Jenny Jones show before my mom and I moved from Chicago. Oh, that's pretty cool. Um, I don't think I've ever been in a live audience for a show. But I think my mom went to The Price is Right. Um, I've kind of always wanted to be on like a cooking show because I think you get to try the food. um, all right. Spitfire, aka Pookie. Hello. Truth Seeker, Gina Diamond. So Flo, what's up? Gina says, "Wait, is it Friday?" Yeah, I know. Friday got here really quick, but also really slow. I was on vacation this week, so the beginning of the week went really slow. Then I feel like the end of the week just kind of rushed through. Um, because now we're already at the weekend. So All right. So thank you guys for coming. I just wanted to do a live about some interesting situations where there were either um a serial killer or someone that eventually committed murder that was on um a TV show. So we're going to be talking about the Jenny Jones case, which this episode never ended up being aired. So it's something that just was recorded, never aired. And then the dating game killer, which he was actually a serial killer that ended up being on a dating game show. So pretty interesting. So Flo, we're headed back to Florida tomorrow. I feel like 7 days flew by. Yeah, I know. I feel like especially when you're on vacation and you got all the kids. So yes, I feel like it does. Let's go by quicker than we think. Um, Spitfire says we just had one of those cases here. Oh, really? What happened? Holy cow, from what I did see. Oh no, what else happened? So Flo, is there more things that have happened today? Yeah, I feel like the last 48 hours have been just a whiplash on YouTube. Lots of stuff going on. All right. So anyways, okay. Um so the first one we're going to start off with is um the Jenny Jones situation. So with the Jenny Jones murder, so on March 6th, 1995, Scott Amador was a guest on an episode of the Jenny Jones show titled Revealing Same Sex Secret Crush, in which he admitted to being a secret admirer of Jonathan Schmitz, who lived near him in Lake Orion, Michigan. Until the taping, Schmitz did not know who would be revealed as his I can't talk, secret admirer. Schmitz stated that he participated in the show due to curiosity, but he claimed after that the producers implied that his admirer was a woman. Although the producers of the show claimed that they did tell Schmitz the admirer could be male or female. Hey, Thor Johnson, how is it going? So, I guess my issue is if the Jenny Jones producers baited this guy to come on not knowing if it was going to be um, you know, I mean, I feel like they should have at least let him know what the situation was. So during the segment, Amador was encouraged by Jones to share his fantasies about Schmitz, which after Schmitz was brought on stage, according to the Washington Post, the two men exchanged an awkward embrace before the host drops her bombshell. In response to Amador's disclosure, Schmitz laughed, stated that he was definitely heterosexual. So I actually have a clip from the show that aired. So we will watch that real quick. So again, this actually never aired. I apologize if I said that. Um, yeah, they called the yeah, I know. And I feel like in the 90s there was a really big um just a really big stigma against, being out. Um, yeah. So we'll play this for a second.
Now, which of these ways would you choose to reveal your secret crush on someone? A, would you write that person a letter?
Hey, Road Rat.
B, would you tell the person in private in case he rejects you? Or C, would you tell that person that you're gay and you hope he is on national television?
So if you had a secret admirer, what would you do? Or if you were a secret admirer, I definitely wouldn't go on TV, but that's just me.
Want you now to meet Donna and Scott. Now, Donna has been helping Scott pursue his secret crush on John. John's backstage. He can't hear us. How bad's the crush? Tell me about the first time you met him. Where was he?
Basically, well, he was under a car working on her brake line.
Yeah. And that was your first time? What was your first impression?
Well, I only saw the lower half of him, so you can imagine.
You think? Okay, you think about you have fantasies about him?
I've had a couple, yeah.
Yeah, you had when he was under the car. You had a fantasy about him.
Yeah, something to do with like brake oil line snapping, and I think.
So that's another thing I feel like these talk shows did, especially back in the day, that they would um pry on these weird details like your fantasies. Now I won't lie, I do love some good trash TV. I used to watch, what was it? Oh gosh, no man, I forget the name. There was one talk show I watched a lot. It'll come to me.
Scott went on the show not with an intention of embarrassing anybody. I think Scott went on the show thinking this was going to be a spectacular way that he could show somebody that he cares about them. Sort of like, I don't know if in your days of being single, there's a girl you really like, you want to try and come up with something really neat to impress her.
Tell us about, you have another one that involved, you're in a hammock or something. Tell us about that fantasy.
I think she pushed him into things that he didn't really want to do. Like, Scott was very nervous.
Tell us about that fantasy.
Yeah, actually.
Jenny Jones told them
Yeah, the air of
to make it look good for the audience or she would be very mad. And they offered Scott to give him flowers and Scott wouldn't do it. Wanted Scott to kiss John. Scott wouldn't do it.
I got a pretty big hammock in my yard, and I thought about it, tying him up to my hammock.
And?
Well, it entails like whipped cream and champagne, stuff like that.
Now, John, he knows you're gay, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that he is?
No.
Anything's possible.
You're living in the 1990s. It isn't hard to offer somebody, a young, impressionable person, the opportunity to appear on national television, to express a secret.
Yeah, so like he said, in the 90s, I feel like it was a big thing to get on TV. A lot of people were trying to get on MTV, the spring break shows. So you offer somebody in their 20s an option to be on a primetime TV show. You know, that's gonna be hard for somebody to turn down. I mean, I would be like, yeah, put me on.
Crush, something that he doesn't feel necessarily bad about. He doesn't understand the dangers.
What is it that's so exciting about him to you?
He's got a cute little hard body. You know, one you just want to pick up and put in your curio cabinet, you know, dust him off once in a while.
You want to physically pick him up?
Oh, he's just a tiny little cute thing. He's gorgeous.
Well, all right,
And then weird that he's talking about him like he's an
John,
object.
let's have
That's
John
super
come out here and
weird.
see who has the crush on him. Here's John.
Okay, so this is his friend that is a crush on. Again, I believe he was not ambushed, but kind of not given the full story of why he would be here.
Did you think Donna has a crush on you?
Did I? No, we're good friends.
Well, guess what? It's Scott that has the crush on you.
You lied to me.
I mean, he's confronted with this horrible situation on national television. You can see when you watch him, his hands go to his face in humiliation and embarrassment. And Jenny Jones exploits that and keeps twisting the knife and twisting the knife.
Before we
Yeah, so
take a
that's a
look at
good way to
Show.
put it. I feel like a lot of these people get exploited on these shows. Jerry Springer, like some people are saying in chat. Um, oh, yours was the Family Feud murderer. Okay. I'll have to look that one up. I think I remembered, wasn't that one the guy said something kind of messed up about his wife on Family Feud and didn't he end up maybe killing her? Was that the one, Spitfire? But yeah, so like Jerry Springer, Maury, they exploit these people that come on these shows, which is, kind
A
of
little
sad.
playback of what Scott said about you, John. Take a look at that monitor
right
down
here?
there.
Well, it entails like whipped cream and champagne, stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, what is oh no. Okay. I thought it'd skip back.
Scott was pretty open about he's been fantasizing about you since he saw you under that car for the first time. He had an under the car fantasy and he had a hammock fantasy. He's been
Oh,
telling
he
us
was
about.
just found
Did you have
guilty.
any
Okay.
idea that he liked you this much?
No, I did not.
Can you tell us what your status is? Are you involved with anybody or?
No, but I am definitely heterosexual, I guess you could say.
He'd been engaged to a woman for 3 or 4 years, and they had broken up several months earlier. He thought probably it was she, and if not the ex-girlfriend, someone else he had met at work with whom he thought there was a spark between the two. And so he was fantasizing. He gets on the airplane. Before even he gets on the airplane, he goes out and he buys a suit of clothes, a sport jacket, a pair of slacks, and a new shirt, and a new tie, and I think even new shoes. And he gets himself all spruced up because he is now convincing himself that this is going to be the turnaround event in his life. This time, if it is his old girlfriend, he tells everybody at work. This time, he's going to marry her.
Donna lives upstairs from me. And Scott was a guy one night I pulled in, she was looking at her brakes, and I was.
So that's a little sad. This poor guy thought he was gonna be rekindled with his ex-fiance. Um, told his coworkers he thought that was gonna happen, and and I honestly I don't fault Scott for coming on the show. I almost fault the show for I don't know, they put these people on these shows, they set them up, they know this isn't gonna go it's not gonna go the way that that at least the contest or the people coming on think it's gonna go, so I feel like they just play off, some of these people's insecurities and just what they're going through in life. So after this show, um so according to footage in the murder trial, it was later stated by a friend of Scott Amador's that he and Schmitz went out drinking together the night after the taping and an alleged sexual encounter occurred. According to the testimony at the murder trial, 3 days after the taping, Amador left a suggestive note at Schmidt's house. After finding the note, Schmitz withdrew money from the bank, purchased a shotgun, and then went to Amador's mobile home. He then asked Amador if he was the one that left that note. According to the court documents, Amador responded with a smile. Schmitz then returned to his car, got his gun, returned to Amador's trailer, and he shot him twice in the chest, killing him. After the killing, Schmitz left the residence, telephoned 911, and confessed to the killing. So, at the trial, defense attorneys argued that Schmitz, who had been diagnosed with manic depression, bipolar disorder, and Graves' disease, was caused to commit homicide by mental illness and humiliation by the way of the gay panic defense. Schmitz was found guilty of second-degree murder in 1996 and was sentenced to 25 to 50 years in prison, but his conviction was overturned on appeal. Upon retrial, he was found guilty of the same charge once again, and then his sentence was reinstated. So he was just released from prison August 22nd, 2017 after granting parole. So, what do you guys think? That one is a pretty crazy story. I actually just heard about this a couple years ago, um, not knowing that they never aired this episode. Yeah, totally a fault of the show, but yeah, you're very right, Shauna B. There were other ways to handle this, that Schmitz did not think through. So I'm sure he's probably thought that through now. Um, but hopefully, you know, hopefully he's no longer a danger to society. K Bray says, I have no hate for anyone's religious or religion or beliefs. If I was him, I would have laughed it off and said we could just be friends. Yeah, he should have. It seemed like when they were taping the show, he was acting pretty cool. But yeah, like afterwards, obviously did not stay cool. All right, so the next one we're gonna talk about is Rodney Alcala. Alcala. He was the dating game killer. So I'll first go into some backstory about that.
Now, which of
Oh,
these ways would
sorry. Okay. So Rodney Alcala. Alcala committed his first known crime in 1968. A motorist in Los Angeles called police after watching him lure an 8-year-old girl into his Hollywood apartment. The girl was found alive, but she was assaulted and um, beaten. Alcala fled. So, um, so that was 1968. In 1971, he obtained a counseling job at the New Hampshire Arts Camp for Children using a slightly different alias, John Berger. In June 1971, Cornelia Michael Crilly was found dead, assaulted, strangled in her Manhattan apartment. Her murder would remain unsolved for 40 years. So the FBI added Alcala to the list of 10 most wanted fugitives in early 1971. A few months later, 2 children attending the arts camp noticed his photo on the FBI wanted poster at the post office. Alcala was arrested and extradited to California. By then, the 8-year-old that he attacked, their parents relocated their family into Mexico and refused to allow her to testify at Alcala's trial. So they were unable to convict him of the assault and attempted murder without her being there to testify, which is kind of stupid. But I guess back in those days there was not DNA, there was not a lot of things that we have now. Um, so let's see. Sorry, lost my spot. So he pled guilty to the lesser charge of assault. He was paroled after 34 months in 1974 under the intermediate sentencing program popular at the time, which allowed parole boards to release offenders as soon as they demonstrated evidence of rehabilitation, which is what evidence what the I'm be curious to know what the borderline for that evidence was. Hey, Sunnyside, how are you? All right. So less than 2 months after his release, he was rearrested after assaulting a 13-year-old girl. So in 1977, after his second release, his Los Angeles parole officer took the unusual step of permitting a repeat offender and a known flight risk to travel to New York City. What the heck? Hey, I'm baffled. I feel like this is a lot of times when these offenders strike, it tends to be at a mistake made by somebody on the parole board. NYPD cold case investigators now believe a week after arriving in Manhattan, Alcala killed again. This time it was the daughter of the owner of the popular Hollywood nightclub Ciro's and the goddaughter of Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. Her remains were found buried on the grounds of Rockefeller Estate in Westchester County. Yes, thank you, Truth Seeker. Smash the like. Thank you. Thanks for hitting the like. Okay, so in 1978, Alcala worked for a short time at the Los Angeles Times as a typesetter, and was interviewed by members of the Hillside Strangler Task Force as a part of their investigation of known sex offenders. Interesting. Although Alcala was ruled out as the Hillside Strangler, he was arrested and served a brief sentence for marijuana possession. During this period, Alcala convinced hundreds of young men and women he was a professional fashion photographer and photographed them for his quote unquote portfolio. A Times coworker later recalled that Alcala shared his photos with workmates. I thought it was weird, but I was young. I didn't know anything, she said. When I asked why he took the photos, he said their moms asked him to. I remember the girls were naked. Weird. He said he was a professional, so in my mind, I was being a model for him, said a woman who allowed Alcala to photograph her in 1979. The portfolio also included spread after spread of teenage boys. Most of the photos were explicit, most remain unidentified. Police fear that some of the subjects may be additional cold case victims. Yes, we're listening to this crazy story I'm about. Alrighty. So in 1979, according to later trial testimony, Alcala knocked unconscious and assaulted a 14-year-old or 15-year-old while she was posing for photographs. Okay, so now we are getting to all of that happened, and then this mother effer got on the dating game. So in 1978, despite his status as a convicted rapist and registered sex offender, Alcala was accepted as a contestant on the dating game. By then, he had already killed at least 2 women in California and 2 others in New York. Host Jim Lang introduced him as a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the darkroom at the age of 13, fully developed. Between takes, you might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Actor Jed Mills, who competed against Alcala as Bachelor number 2, later described him as a very strange guy with bizarre opinions. So Alcala ended up winning the dating game in a date with the Bachelorette Cheryl Bradshaw, who thankfully subsequently refused to go out with him, according to published reports, because she found him creepy. Criminal profiler Pat Brown noting that Alcala killed Robin Samso and at least 2 other women after his dating game appearance, speculated that Bradshaw's rejection might have been an exacerbating factor. One wonders what that did in his mind, Brown said. That is something he would not take too well. Serial killers don't understand the rejection. They think that something is wrong with that girl. She played me. She played hard to get. Okay, so now we're going to watch the clip from the dating game.
From Hollywood, the dating capital of the world, it's The Dating Game. Here's the star of our show, your host, Jim Lang.
Hey! Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And welcome to The Dating Game. And we'll get right underway. It's time to meet our first 3 eligible bachelors for game number 1. And here they are. Good luck, gentlemen. Well, let's see. Bachelor number 1 is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed. Between takes.
I was muted. What does that even mean? They found him in the dark room, fully developed. That's just gross.
You might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome. And it's time to meet our young lady for game number 1, and here she is. Here is a young lady with a wealth of experience. She once earned a living massaging feet, but she quit when her boss suggested that she work her way up. Then she taught school in Phoenix, Arizona, and now she's here to educate.
Hey, Melissa Speakers, how are you?
More. Welcome, if you will, sensational Cheryl Bradshaw. Hello, Cheryl. Don't sit down yet. Just a minute. Want to make sure everything is straight. You relax? You feel okay? All right. You know there are 3 bachelors over there. There'll be 1, 2, and 3. Ask them anything you like to find out more about them, except their name, age, occupation, or income, okay? And we're going to start by having them say hello to you and see how they sound. Number 1.
Okay. I think I might get it now. Oh no.
Would you say hello to Cheryl, please? We're going to have a great time together, Cheryl. Okay. And here we go.
Bachelor number 1,
Yes.
what's your best time?
The best time is at nighttime,
Why do you say that?
because that's the only time there is.
The only time? What's wrong with morning, afternoon?
Well, they're okay, but nighttime's when it really gets good. Then you're really ready.
I'm a drama teacher, and I'm going to audition each of you for my private class. Bachelor number
I always love how they made these people make everything sound so suggestive.
1. You're a dirty old man. Take it.
Come on, over here.
Oh no, she didn't. Nope, 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 nope. Trigger warning.
Oh, honey, we ought to go out and boogie.
Really?
Bachelor number 1, I am serving you for dinner.
Oh,
What are you called?
Oh
And
my gosh, I don't
do
know
you
if I've
look
ever
like?
really watched
I'm
one.
called the banana.
Holy
And
moly.
I
I know, I'm
really
sorry,
good.
Gina. This is way not eatable for children.
Can you be a little more
So cringe.
descriptive?
Peel me.
So good, I know.
Later, Bachelor 1. Later.
Welcome back to the dating game. And Cheryl, we have reached the moment of truth, as we call it. You've heard from the bachelors. You got some great dramatic presentations, some good answers. But now I'm going to ask you a question. Will that date be bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3? Who gets the date?
Well, I like bananas, so I'll take 1.
Number 1, bachelor number 1. All right. Well, there they go. However, you did leave 1 remaining, and this is your date, and I want to tell you something about him. Cheryl, he's a skydiver, so he's got a lot of nerve. He's into motorcycling. He's also a fine photographer. Say hello to Rodney Alcala. Rodney, come on and say hello.
I guess I was saying his name
Congratulations,
wrong,
Rod.
but
You
whatever.
did it with a 1 answer. Well, as far as I can see, Cheryl and Rodney, it looks like the 2 of you may be involved in some sort of racket. So we're going to have you take to the court. Oh, first, you'll receive tennis lessons from expert Naomi Besa of the famous Kirkwood Tennis Club. That starts.
Okay, so yeah, so she ended up picking the murderer, but luckily, she, woman's intuition, I feel like, is everything. She felt he was creepy, so she didn't take the date, thank goodness, because like I said, he killed at least twice after this show. And so she got lucky. Yes, I'm baffled. So this guy, Rodney Alcala, I was saying Alcala, um, he murdered at least 4 people before getting on the dating game, and then at least 2 people after. There is a lot more victims that he could have, just because they believe he is connected to a lot more cold cases. So it says he was sentenced to death in California for 5 murders in California between 77 and 79. In 2013, he received an additional sentence of 25 years after pleading guilty to 2 homicides in New York. His true victim count remains unknown and could be much higher. In Sunnyside, his name is Rodney Alcala. He did die, I want to say, in prison. It looks like Yeah, he actually died in 2021. Thor passed out. Oh no. So I didn't really have a lot more than that. I just thought that these two were very interesting, things that happened. Um things again, the Jenny Jones show never aired. Dating game show did air, but pretty crazy how I guess in the 70s because, you know, back then there was there was a lot more just unknown serial killers. Our DNA wasn't as we didn't have DNA. So I think a lot of people got away with a lot more in the 70s than they do now, especially with technology, phones, your phone tracks you everywhere now. So did in oh, True Seeker, what are you unboxing? That sounds fun. Did anybody wanna come up on panel? You guys wanna hang? I know there is somebody going live, in about an hour, but I won't probably be there. Oh, yeah. What's up, SoFlo? Oh, SoFlo mama wants to come up, okay. Let me get a link. Let me get a link. Put my overlay up. Ooh, your friend sent you some makeup from Australia. That's really fun, True Seeker. I always love makeup. I used to own so much MAC. Am I muted, Sunnyside? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Okay. Okay, good. Yes, we love SoFlo Mama. Guess I can sing while we're waiting. I'm just kidding. So do you guys have a lot of leftovers from Thanksgiving? We went out, so we didn't have too much leftovers. I did have some Benihana leftovers, but I ate them all. All right, SoFlo's here, so add her. Oh, hello. Hold on one second. Let me get you to the screen. Hey there. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to hear your voice.
I know, right? It's the first time.
What's going on?
Not much. I'm just drinking my espresso martini. The kids are going crazy downstairs and I'm ignoring everybody.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. I wanted to get an espresso martini last night, but I forgot about it.
Oh, you should have. They're so good and they're so strong.
They are.
So I'm a bit nasally because I was sick last week, but I'm
I hear you.
we're just
Yeah.
chilling. That's it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Hold on, I have to You love what? Oh my gosh, look at the chat. I can see the chat on my laptop. This is so cool.
Oh, yay.
All right, everybody has to forgive me because I haven't been up on a lot of panels, so.
No worries. We're both a little new at this.
Yeah, I'm definitely new. But yeah, we're going back to Florida tomorrow. So we'll have I think it's 9.5 hour drive. So it's not
Oh,
that bad, but
yeah.
yeah, I
Driving
can't wait.
driving
I
for
can't wait to get home.
any amount of time is hard, especially with
Yeah,
kids.
with 2 kids too, yeah. One's
Yeah.
10, she thinks she's 21, and the other one's 4, and he is very needy, so
Oh, that's
they're
super cute though.
arguing the whole time. She acts like he's like not even there. I'm like, "Can you please just acknowledge him?"
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Emmy, come on up with us. Grab a
Emmy,
drink.
come up. Yeah.
Come on, Emmy. What did she say? I'm so glad you are live.
That we're live. Yeah, we just talked about some really effed up killers, but you know.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember those shows. My mom used to make me watch those after Melrose Place and 90210.
Oh my gosh, that's
For-
so funny.
So that was like a part of my childhood. I remember like, going into her room at night and she's like, I'm watching my shows, and those dating shows would be on. They were
Yeah.
always so
So
corny, but
Ricky Lake was the talk show. I couldn't think of the name, but I used to love Ricky Lake. I don't know
Ricky
why.
Lake was so good. Yeah. She
Yes.
reminds me of like Drew Barrymore a little bit. Doesn't she like
Yes.
the niceness or something? I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I always watched Ricky Lake. Yes, Ricky Lake. I know, I couldn't remember her name. Which other ones? I did a little bit of Jerry. Um, but yeah, my stepmom, I would have to watch a lot of Melrose Place. I'm trying to think of any other shows. The Real World, I watched a lot of because of my parents.
Is us too?
What was that?
I said, isn't it crazy what they exposed us to at such a young
Oh,
age?
oh my gosh, I know. I know, yeah, and Cape Race. So doesn't Steve have his own show now?
I don't know. We don't have cable TV. We have Hulu Live and
Yes.
what else? Like all, the apps, Disney Plus and stuff like that. So is that on like a cable channel?
I don't know, honestly. I just heard he has a show, but I'm with you. I don't have cable. We like, what do we have? We'll go back and forth between like YouTube Live or YouTube TV if we can get a free trial. couldn't think of the word. I'm gonna pin the link for Emmy when she gets back. But yeah, my husband and I watched a lot of the old Roseanne episodes, which was kind of funny. It's kind of funny getting those jokes now as an adult. Yeah, True Seeker Maury. I remember Maury. Was it his? No, Soflo, I can't hear you anymore. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was saying, is it good now or no?
Yep. You sound good.
Okay. I was saying, well, I don't have good service here. We're out in the boonies in Georgia, so the service is broken up. But I was saying how expensive cable is. Like, we got rid of cable because it was so expensive.
For sure. Yeah. Hey, Emmy, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Emmy.
Hey, Soflo. So is this your first time on panel?
Well, it's technically my first time being like without trying to set the record straight.
Oh.
No.
I think I went up on
I guess that counts.
yeah, I think I went up on Gina's panel once, but that was it. I don't remember. I think this is my first official time.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I know. How are you feeling, Emmy?
Yes, how are you, Emmy?
Oh, I'm okay. I went and saw my parents today. They're fine. And we're just, thinking about the next move. But when I saw you were live, I'm like, oh good, something that I don't have to think about what's going on. So
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We won't
no,
bring it
it's
up.
okay. I appreciate it. But
Yeah.
so what is the whole like Jenny Jones? I remember because didn't she have someone? Gosh, this was like I was really young, but she had someone who got stabbed or something.
Yeah, so she did an episode, Same Sex Secret Admirers, and had a guy basically come on and say that he was a secret admirer for another guy, and the other guy was kind of blindsided, and explained he was heterosexual. And then the guy who was kind of blindsided with the whole situation ended up killing the other guy, but they never aired the episode.
That's right. Okay, because that was I must have been. I'm trying to think what year. I know I had to have been.
I think it was
maybe middle school?
96.
Oh,
Yeah.
96.
Oh, sorry. 1995 is
Oh,
when,
so then I was
that happened.
a junior in high school. Okay, so I was
Yeah.
older than I thought. But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I don't remember it happening. I would have been too young, but I just recently heard about it and I'm like, "Holy moly."
Yeah, I don't remember it at all, but it's quite interesting to watch it. I mean, like I said, I do remember watching the show with my mom, but I don't
Yeah.
remember that. But
I don't know if I ever actually watched Jenny Jones specifically. I was trying to think of the other guy. Who was the guy with the white hair and the
Oh,
glasses?
Donahue?
Yes.
yes,
Oh my gosh, let's
Donahue.
go and
Lil
Oh
revisit
my
that.
gosh. Emmy,
My
that
grandma
brings it
loved him.
back. Yes.
Yep, and then
Wow.
Geraldo I think was around the
Geraldo.
same time as Jenny Jones. And then
Yeah.
there was, oh my gosh, there was another lady. She had white hair. Oh my gosh, what was her name? I have to Google it now.
Yeah.
My memory is shot, but
I
you
know,
say it.
right?
Matlock, Cabray said, yeah, I remember Matlock. Remember Clarissa Explains It All?
Yes.
I used
Have
to
you seen
think
the
I was
meme?
Clarissa. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Clarissa explained none of this.
none of this. I used to do the somersaults in the living room and like fail, epically
Oh
fail.
my
It was
gosh, that's so funny.
My mom would be like, "Don't break anything." I'm like, "Listen, I'm just trying to be Clarissa."
Clarissa, hello.
I think that was
Hilarious.
I think that was after I was a kid.
Oh, hey,
Maybe.
Scorpio, seeing Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
Sally Jesse
Yes.
Raphael. I can see her in my head. She had the white hair, the black glasses. Thank you. And
That's so funny.
yes.
One of my
They're
favorite things.
just not as good anymore. The
I
talk shows.
know.
Sorry, AMAC.
No, that's okay. I was gonna say one of my favorite movies, and I always watch it around Thanksgiving, is Son-in-Law.
Oh yeah.
Is
and
that with Pauly Shore?
Pauly Shore.
Oh, it is
Mhm.
Pauly Shore. Okay.
Yeah. And he like asks what her name is, and he goes, Sally, Jesse, Raphael.
That's so funny. Gosh, life used to be so fun
I know.
and
Secret says
simple.
when I was a kid, I would watch the ice skating thing. Oh my gosh. True Seeker, I wanted to be a figure skater so bad as a kid. When I would watch
Oh
like
my
all
gosh.
the big figure skaters.
I
Tanya
think I was
Harding.
like that with
Gosh,
gymnasts.
all of our hopes and dreams.
You wanted to be a gymnast?
Well, just watching them, like, wow, I wish I could do that.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
not being flexible at all.
Yeah, when I go into yoga class, I'm like, I could never be like a professional yogi. I like fail miserably. I try to keep up with all the, hot moms, but I'm like, I'm just
Oh my
not
God.
one of you. I just can't do it. It's awful.
Yes.
I have to like focus on yourself in the mirror. Don't look at anybody else.
I've
Oh
only
my
done yoga
gosh.
once, so Gina, I do remember Big Comfy Couch. I remember the clock stretches
Oh yeah.
and the dust
Yeah.
bunnies.
I always used to want her hair so bad, like curly, big hair.
Yes.
She had the
Hey,
best hair.
VK sir.
Oh yeah, that
I
whole
wanted to
Tanya
be tall.
Harding, Nancy Kerrigan thing. I remember that like it was yesterday too.
Yes, I remember that. And Tanya Harding, I've actually been to where she used to practice. She used to skate in a mall.
Oh my gosh.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's like
I didn't know that.
yeah, there's a mall with an ice rink in Portland, and that's where she would practice.
Oh wow, we didn't have anything
crazy.
fancy around there where I grew up. What do you guys think of the Delphi case? I know we don't usually talk about it, but it's getting crazy.
Yeah, I didn't follow it, so I don't
Yeah.
really have
Know much.
an
Yeah.
opinion one way or the other.
I don't know much
Yeah, I kind
either,
of followed
but
it.
I know that guy just got arrested, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, and there's like all this back and forth with like the defense releasing stuff, and I just remember hearing about it
the
and
one
knowing that there
guy,
wasn't one.
yeah, the one guy I guess admitted to leaking the photos, which is crazy. I mean, I don't know. Some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, Delphi confusing. Yep. And I
Gina
just
said I
remember
used to do speed skating.
Oh, nice.
Gina, I cannot imagine you speed skating, but I'm sure you were good. It just reminds me of Blades of Glory.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good one too.
Do you guys remember Brink from the Disney Channel
I don't remember that. No.
with Eric Von Denton? Soul Skaters. They were it was the rollerblading movie, and I remember I just wanted to be a rollerblader when that came out.
Rollerblading, they say, is
rollerblading
really
once.
good exercise. You tried
Yeah, I
rollerblading,
wish I
Emmy?
could rollerblade.
Yeah, I
You go
have
so slow.
rollerblades.
I keep talking at the same time as you.
No, I'm gonna mute myself. and you guys talk.
We need like on Zoom, we need like the hand raise. Like, okay, it's my turn. It's your
We're
turn.
having way too much fun up here. I'm gonna mute for a second.
Yeah, we have like those buy nothing groups in our area. I don't know if you guys do. And I got some rollerblades off. It's where like someone was like, I don't want these rollerblades, so I just went and grabbed them off their porch. Um,
Oh
Still
yeah.
haven't worn them. Still haven't worn them.
I tried it once and I couldn't get the hang of it. So I was like, all right, I'll just stick to riding my bike.
Right. I was pretty good as a kid, but yeah, now I'd probably just fall over and over and over.
I broke my arm at my 10th birthday party. It was a roller skating party, and I had rollerblades, and I thought I could rollerblade, and I had to leave the party early.
Oh no.
It was awful. It was awful.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
that's the last
Poor
time I've been
thing.
on rollerblades, so I don't know. I always see people rollerblading, and I'm like, wow, that looks so like awesome and great exercise. But then I'm just not willing to take a chance.
Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, roller skating parties when we were kids. That was the shiz.
Yep, that was it. And we used to have, when I was in middle school, they would have roller skating quote parties after school every Friday. So that was
Ooh,
like the cool thing to do.
that sounds super fun.
Yeah, I was okay at roller skating. I wasn't like, these ones that are like superstars. I mean, I could do it. I was just not
Right.
that great.
Right. Yeah, I could go, but don't expect me to do any tricks.
Yeah, I'm not great at sports. I mean, I did play field hockey growing up, but that's about it. And then once I graduated from high school, that was over. I don't have much coordination after that. But yeah, roller skating is cool too. But yeah, that was the good old days, Emmy, when we could go to the roller skating rink and had our beepers and the
Our
pagers
beepers.
and everything. The clear pagers. Oh my
Oh, we
gosh,
didn't
that was
even
so
have
much fun.
beepers. When I was in school, we didn't beepers I don't even think existed. It was like for like doctors. They had the
Really?
pagers. Yeah. Like we didn't have we
Wow.
wrote notes on paper.
Well, we
That
did
was our
that too, but we
communication.
did have the
Yeah, we didn't
pagers.
have any of that technology. Mm-mm.
Oh, what Bertha says, little
Dang.
girl, little girl.
Oh, you did too,
Oh,
Scorpio Sting? Yeah. It was and then they would do movies after school on Wednesdays, and that was pretty cool too.
That's really cool.
like
They used to have
yeah, I
like
didn't do that either.
sleepovers at the roller skating rink where we lived. Like your parents would drop you off and then pick you up the next day.
Oh,
Pretty
that's
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah, like you had to be locked in though. So your parent had to like sign,
Oh no.
obviously. I know, thinking back on it, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But I definitely was a part of that. It was fun, but I don't know. We weren't all privy to everything that goes on in the world right now.
Yeah. I agree, K-Braids. Yeah, they were just like, you just gotta beat the streetlights home and you're good. Back when our parents had no idea where we were.
Oh, I know. We could just my mom would yell for us at dinner, and then we had to be in at sundown.
Yep. On our
Yep.
bikes, we would be on our bikes and come back. And yeah, that was so much fun. I'm so glad I grew up in that era with no cell phone.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, and even
Okay,
in college, we didn't have cell phones, not like we do now. They were like, if you remember Saved by the Bell, they had like the big, it almost looked like a
Antenna.
walkie-talkie cell phone.
Yes.
That's what I had my first year of college. That's what I had it was only for emergencies. Like you couldn't do anything else on it.
Right.
So I'm really glad I went to college without technology.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like the
think I only got a
phone.
yeah, I think I only got a phone when like the Nokia phones came out because I was walking home from school. And so my parents wanted me to like be able to call, but that was the only reason I got a phone. But yeah, that was like I think 8th grade.
I didn't have a cell phone until let's see, probably a junior or senior in high school, and I graduated in 2004. So it's been, a while, but yeah, I didn't have one until then.
And
And
do
even
you guys
then, I
remember?
don't think it wasn't like it was now. It wasn't a device where you could look up everything. It was like,
Yeah, and your friends couldn't call you till after 9 because that's when your minutes were free.
Right.
I'd always get in trouble for that.
yes,
I
or
miss
I'd
my
use the house
slider.
phone. Your what?
My actually someone just brought up Nokia, my Nokia slider phone. That was my favorite phone, and then when they stopped making it, and I was like devastated. And now I'm like, and that's when you had to hit the button like 3 or 4 times to get the letter you wanted, one at a time.
Oh,
And
on
now
the keyboard, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a slider, so you would slide it down, you'd have the keyboard, and then if you wanted just the phone, you would slide the keyboard back up.
Oh, yes, I had one of those.
Yeah, that was the good old days.
Good old days. Remember Snake?
Yes,
Snake?
the game
On the
Snake,
Nokia?
yes.
The only game?
The only
So
game.
Hey,
And I
Braze, did
sucked
you
at
have
it.
a sidekick?
The sidekick.
I always
Let me
wanted a
look that up.
sidekick.
Maybe it was the
I
sidekick.
Yeah. It was a Motorola Sidekick. All the cool kids had one of those. I remember that. It was like one of the first internet phones.
It wasn't the sidekick that I had. I'm gonna try to
I'm
find
gonna
it.
step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, it was called the Nokia Slide. That's what I had.
I never had the slide. I had a Nextel and a BlackBerry. I remember that. Can you imagine dial up on cell phones?
Oh my
Oh my
gosh,
gosh, I
dial-up
had a
was
Nextel.
Yes,
And
Nextels were crazy.
or like you'd be on the phone and you hear the like the sound, and my sister and I would yell, "We're on the phone!"
I've been downloading the
Yeah.
same song for the last 2 days.
Yeah,
I know.
LimeWire.
Oh, LimeWire and Napster. Napster, I think, was
Napster, yes.
first.
Yep.
And Napster
Yep.
got taken down for copyright stuff, and then there was LimeWire.
Yep.
Yep, and LimeWire had all the viruses.
I remember the AOL, like I always would remember like putting like those stupid little messages on my AOL like away screen, like I knew my crush was on, and I would be like, "Cutie with the booty is not here right now."
Oh my god!
Did you have ICQ?
No, I didn't have that.
Okay,
No,
that was freshman year of college was ICQ. And then AOL Instant Messenger came around towards the end of college. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard of that, but
Okay, Braze. Remember the 2 cups and a string?
No, I don't.
I do. When we were kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
when
gosh,
we were
so
kids, but the
do
word
you
said
guys remember
ICQ was world changing.
Yeah, I think it was.
I gotta look that up.
do
Oh,
you guys remember the
MySpace.
movie Now and Then?
Yes, yes.
So I
Yeah.
bought that movie the other day on iTunes just because I don't own it yet. But their little system that they had in order to like wake each other up at the middle of the night. Do you guys remember that scene?
I do.
They're like flashing a flashlight in someone's eye, and then they like ring a bell. It was like this crazy process just to like
Yeah.
get everybody together. It was so
Get the attention. Yeah. Yeah. To gather everyone. JLL says I love that movie.
I know. I love Now and Then. I think that also kind of sparked my true crime interest because that movie I forgot is kind of like a true crime thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, they have the seance and they think they bring back somebody from the dead.
Yep. Yep. What about toys from childhood? I remember my sister telling me that I'm going to be a responsible adult, and then she gave me a Gigapet.
Gigapet. Oh my gosh. Were Gigapets like Tamagotchis?
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe they
Because
were
my
I
like
sister had a
Tamagotchis.
Tamagotchi.
I love Tamagotchis.
How about the Furbies? Remember those? Oh, those were so
No,
annoying.
Oh, I
those were
was
so
too old for
scary.
Furbies. We had Monchi-Chis.
I don't know what that
They were
is.
called Monchi-Chis. They're these little fuzzy. I don't even know what they were, but they like their
Oh
face
my
was
gosh.
plastic, but then they were fuzzy. They were They were called
That
Monchi-Chis.
thing looks scary as hell.
They're so cute. And trolls. We had trolls too when I was growing up.
Yes,
know,
I
look how
love trolls
Please?
still.
I'm so
Oh my
scared.
gosh, that is scary looking.
Oh my gosh, I loved my
It looks like
Monchi-Chis.
it looks like a hedgehog, doesn't it? Kind
A little bit, yeah.
Do you guys
Do you
remember the little
know?
or
But
the kid
scary.
sister dolls?
Yes. Yes.
I had one and
Yep.
I remember it reminded me of Chucky, so I used to make my mom hide it. Sister.
Hide it at night.
Yes, 'cause I thought it was gonna come alive. Yeah, this thing. I thought it was gonna come alive at night and get me.
Yes. Well, it looks like it is. Yeah, trolls were so cute with the little gems on their belly buttons. They were so cute.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And Beanie Babies and all that.
Oh, have you guys watched the Beanie Mania documentary? That shit was crazy.
No.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it's on HBO. If you guys have HBO Max. Yeah, they did
I
a
do.
documentary on the Beanie Mania and it brought back. Do you guys remember like the mini beanies or whatever from McDonald's?
Mhm.
Yes.
So it was just a lot of what went on with the people that went crazy for Beanie Babies. Like there was a truck that overturned on the
Pogs.
highway.
K-Bray said Pogs.
Pogs.
Remember Pogs? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
My poor parents spent a lot of money on Pogs.
Yes. And the
Oh,
Slammers.
Spitfire Cabbage Patch was big. And I actually, in New York City, God, I must have been 10. 10 maybe. I did dance when I was younger, and there was a trip to New York City where we went to see the Rockettes. And then we had some free time. We went to the Cabbage Patch store where the Cabbage Patch Kids were born.
Aww.
Oh, that's
I
like the
don't even-
American Girl doll store in New York City.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
a little.
yep.
I would think a little bit like that. And so when you got the doll, you got their birth certificate, you would sign it.
Oh,
was
that's
like-
cute.
That
and
is
they came
so
out of
cool.
cabbage patches. So they would have a patch of cabbage, and that's where the doll would
Be
pulled
born?
born.
Oh my
If
gosh,
only
that's
it were that
hilarious.
easy. I'm about to tell my daughter that. When she asks me next time, I'm gonna be like, yeah, your brother came out of the Cabbage Patch. That
Garbage
is
Pail
so
Kids,
cute,
those were fun
Emmy.
too.
That's so cute.
Oh yeah.
Garbage Pail Kids. So, Emmy, did you see the Layla thing? Like, is what SF said, is that true or not true?
So
Did you see the
I looked.
conflicting thing with her mom
So
on Facebook?
dad and stepmom posted what I posted on. Well, let me back up. So what I posted that SF had posted came from the Facebook page that Layla's dad and stepmom have. Layla's mom
Okay.
is disputing that anything has changed. So I don't really know. It's
I
know.
thought they were on the same page from, the last.
Yep, I thought so too because it did seem like they were at one point and now it seems like they're not again. So
Yeah, because I saw the stepmom post a video and Jen was in the video. I was like, oh, that's great that they're getting along. I mean, because really, come on, they should be.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, it's sad they can't. Just
yeah, really sad.
put the differences aside for now.
Absolutely.
agreed.
And I mean, at this point, it's like, you just want answers.
Yeah.
Right. And now that that other young girl is missing from their Holland Snap, she is 19, maybe not. Is she 19? I thought she might be younger. But Layla's mom did say that they ran in the same circles. They weren't necessarily friends, but they knew some of the same people. So that's just a little suspicious too, in my opinion.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder what Betty's going out there to actually look for because it doesn't sound like they're really in need of her help, obviously. But sounds like they pretty much know. I feel in my heart, I feel like they know kind of what happened. They're just waiting for a particular person to kind of like break. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's.
So I'm not really sure
Yeah,
what
I
she's
agree.
going out
Kate
there
Braze,
for.
I needed this too. Like, I needed these laughs for sure.
Girls' night.
Oh, Scorpio Sting, they had Cabbage Patch cards?
Cabbage Patch what?
Like, so they had the Garbage Pail cards, which I had those, but I didn't realize they had Cabbage Patch cards.
Hey, Mystery. I didn't know that
Hey,
either.
Mystery. Hey, FSU girl. What's up? Yeah, we've
So
just
I
been
think it's
talking
so
about
cute.
our cool toys.
Yeah, I think it's so cute how the Cabbage Patch came out of the Cabbage Patch,
I know that they like had a little birthplace for them.
a
And I
little
still have, I
birthplace.
know
Yeah.
it's probably at my parents' house, but I still have my dolls and I still have one of the birth certificates from one of the dolls. It might
Oh,
actually be at
Emmy,
my
you should
house. I'm not
hold
sure,
on
but
to those. They may be worth something
Yeah.
oh
someday.
yeah. Oh, Cabbage Dolls. Okay, Scorpio Sting. I was like, I didn't remember having cards, but yeah, the Garbage Pail Kids cards. Those were fun. And then this is I'm sure they still had like the magazines, like the teeny, like Teen Beat, and what was the other one? They had like all the
Oh my
celebrities.
gosh, yes.
Tiger
JTT.
Beat.
He was my crush.
Tiger Beat. Yeah.
Tiger Beat, and then they had Teen Beat. And then I think there was one more, but I don't remember what it was. But that's what I would ask for Christmas.
I used to have a crush on Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh my gosh. Didn't we all? Wait, so your Cabbage Patches your Cabbage Patch kids had tiny magazines? Is
No,
that what you were
not
saying?
no.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just the
No.
magazine.
Oh no, the Tiger Beat and Teen Beat were like for like
They were for like
celebrities.
tweens. Yeah, like for
Oh,
tween
for sure.
girls.
No.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I always got those magazines. I thought you were saying that your Cabbage Patch kids had their own Tiger Beat.
Oh no.
I was like, that's cute.
No.
Hey,
But no, I
Mystery.
would get those for the posters in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
a friend of mine actually was cleaning out her stuff at her parents' house after she bought her own house. And she found some of those old magazines. And I was like, oh my God. One of them, it was New Kids on the Block, was on the cover. And I was like, oh my God, can you please send that to me? She's like, you can have it. I'm like, good. And it was like,
That might be worth something.
like so nostalgic. I was like, oh my gosh, those were the days.
Yeah, I will probably catch a lot of laughs for this, but I was obsessed with Hanson. and that's how I
Oh
would
my
get my Hanson
gosh.
posters. Was in the
That
Tiger Beat.
Hanson actually, so this was my sophomore year of college. I actually was a DJ at the college radio station. And so we would
Ooh.
get like the samples of music. And so Hanson Bop was actually sent, and I would play that on every one of my shows. And not knowing that they were going to become like this huge phenomena. And
I love that you would play them.
yeah, that was 1998.
Yeah.
Or no, 97. 97.
That's hilarious. I love that. Hey, infamous truth teller, how are you? But yeah, I was a big Hanson fan. True Seeker, they're not one hit wonders. They had more than one hit. I know all of them. Just kidding.
Yeah. I would agree with True Seeker. I mean, Bop, and they did release another one, I think, that made it to the radio, but Bop, I mean, that's what I'm gonna always remember them for is
Yeah. They were actually on The Masked Singer a couple years back. And I'm also a really big fan of, do you guys know the singer JoJo?
JoJo. Yes. She has dark hair.
Yes. Yeah,
Yep.
she's a really good singer. So I recognized her voice first because she was on The Masked Singer. And a couple episodes in, my husband looks at me and goes, "I think that's Hanson." Like another person, and I was like, "How the hell would you know that before me?" And I started listening more and more. I'm like, "Oh my god, that is Hanson. How did I miss that?"
I
But he's
love
like,
that
"I'm scared that
show.
I knew that." Oh, I love The Masked Singer. We watch it all the time. I know who was one that was recent. There was a funny unmasked recently. I forget who it was, but yep, love me some Hanson.
Oh, the
I
song Whip
forgot
It
who's
was Devo. I think it was Devo.
yeah, Devo with the hats.
Yes. Yeah, they looked like flower pots kind of.
Yeah. Whip it good.
Oh, Stairway to Heaven, the one by Eric Clapton, Mystery. Is that the one you're thinking of?
I think that's Tears in Heaven.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's Led
Tears in
Zeppelin.
Heaven.
Led Zeppelin was Stairway to Heaven. Okay.
Yeah.
Tears in Heaven. Yeah, Stairway to
Eric
Heaven.
Clapton. Yeah, they're like the same thing. Tomato, tomato. Oh man.
How about Who Let the Dogs Out? So my high school mascot was a bulldog. They played that song all the time.
Baha Men. I know that
Yes.
was actually that was a really catchy song. Oh, Spitfire, Me Too. Chris Daughtry as the Rottweiler.
Oh yeah.
He is such
I
a good
remember
singer.
that.
Such a good singer.
He is.
I forgot about the Rottweiler. The hard one. Hey Braze, what was your mom's favorite song? Was it Tears in Heaven? You know, I think one of my favorite Masked Singer was, oh gosh, what was his name? Wayne Brady. When he did the Otis song.
I didn't see that. Thor said he was hot for Tori Amos. Amos, whatever.
Oh.
That's a blast from the past. Yeah. This made my night. So worried about my dad stuff, it took it off my mind. Well, I'm glad it took it off your mind.
True Seeker, yeah. Positive thoughts to your dad.
Yeah, for sure. We all needed it. Too much drama on these YouTube streets. Holy moly.
I know. Yeah. Today was like
every other second, I feel like I'm just like, what? What?
Yeah. What the F is happening?
Yeah, or what the
Oh,
F are
infamous
these
truth
people
teller, the
saying?
boombox, double cassette stereo on one side with tape over the top, with record and play on pause. We were trying to record whatever, and you had to hit them at the same time simultaneously,
Yes.
or it'd mess everything up. Oh, it just jumped really fast.
Exactly.
Everybody must have clicked at the same time.
What did
Right,
you
and to
do? You
stop
know
it
that's
before a
why I didn't want to come
commercial.
up.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you gonna upset, Gina? That's why I didn't want to come up. I don't want to upset anybody. Didn't want to upset anybody. You're not gonna upset us. We're in a good mood.
Yeah.
I know. I ran up to my parents' house because I knew they had cookies. And I
Ooh.
wanted to see how they were doing. So I brought cookies home with me too. And while I was there, my mom was making French bread pizzas. So she's like, "Do
Ooh.
you want one, Emmy?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Of course I
We had
do."
pizza too. Pizza just sounded good today. Scorpio Sting, why do you feel old?
I feel old every time I try to stand up. So
I know. I felt old when I sneezed today and I felt something snap.
That's the same thing I feel every time. I'm like, do I need Depends? Maybe I need Depends. I don't know.
Oh no. It wasn't anything like that. It was like something on my side
Oh,
snapped. I'm like, oh
no,
gosh.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other thing. And you know what? Whatever. I don't even care. I'm like, whatever. My mother-in-law was like, see, I have the same problem. I'm like, oh, okay, that doesn't make me feel better. It's two kids for
truth
you.
teller, I am actually going to see. So my sister got us tickets to see New Kids on the Block this summer, and Paula Abdul is actually their opening. So that's going to be really fun.
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be super fun.
Oh yeah, when the tapes unraveled and then they got bent or crooked, and then you had to rewind them using your
With a
finger.
pencil.
Oh my gosh, or a
Yeah.
pencil. Oh my gosh,
I know. I would play
craziness.
tapes so much that they would just get eaten.
And then it'd all tear out because it'd be stuck in the player. And you're like, great, there goes my
Yeah.
mixtape.
Yep.
I would try to like rewind the tape, like the actual tape part, and it would never work. It would never sound the same again.
Yeah, it would be all like, "Arr."
Yeah, it would be like, I'm so jealous you're getting to see Paula Abdul, Emmy. I love Paula.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I've seen New Kids on the Block a few times, and it's great every single time, like every time I go. And so this will be cool to see Paula as well.
I was supposed to see Aerosmith tomorrow, but they
Oh
postponed the
wow.
concert. Yeah. Super sad. It's funny. So not funny, but it was gonna be me, my husband, and my mom. We are gonna go because her birthday's today. So we were gonna go, to Aerosmith tomorrow. And so I told her, I was like, yeah, I think it got postponed. Like we'll figure out more later. But I think, Steven Tyler has something going on. And she goes, he's gonna be dead by then. I'm like, oh my goodness. Don't say that.
Thank you, Truth Seeker. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's not till the summer, so I got quite a while. It's in August.
I found the Wayne Brady. You guys want to watch his Masked Singer?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Let's see.
Let's see it.
Make sure this isn't muted. The worst. I can't work a Mac. Okay.
Speaking the name, you trying to guess me? Jamie, Tyrese, Wayne, Brady, Wesley. Y'all sleeping on the Fox for too long. Silver pulled on the mask and I sang a song. Now I'm in the finals and I'm about to blow. And if you don't know, now you know.
No, I'm dancing too, Gina.
Y'all ain't ready. 1, 2, drop on your tenderness. Yeah, watch it go. Yeah, you know what you got to do. Hey, try a little tenderness.
I love him.
It
I
was
always love
really
watching that.
good.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice. That was amazing.
And I
And I
think
always
it
used to watch him
was
on. Oh, sorry.
there was one season, I think it was Lil Wayne. He
Oh, yes.
got booted almost immediately, and I was like, "What?" Like, his voice was so good.
So I feel like
Mm.
they do that sometimes, maybe like due to scheduling conflicts, because who else? Tori Kelly was on there, and I think she was way better than anybody else that was on there, and she got kicked off too. But then she had to like do some. She was like scheduled for something, so I'm wondering if they do that with
Oh.
like if they have scheduling conflicts or something. But um, yeah, I loved Wayne Brady. I think I was stumped until probably about the end, but I thought it was funny in the rap. He was like, "You guys think I'm Wayne Brady?"
I think my favorite one was Leon Rimes when she did the song, oh my god, now I can't remember the title of it. But it was
I think I
she
know.
remade it from
I
Alright, I'm
think I
gonna have to
remember
Google it
which one.
now. Oh my god.
Leanne Rimes reminds me of Blowhole. She wants to be her.
Oh gosh. Was it "'Cause I Love
She's like,
You"?
I think I sound like Liam Rimes. I'm like,
Nope,
you
it
sound like a
was
screeching cat.
it was The Story by Brandy Carlisle. That song
Oh, okay.
is one of my absolute favorites.
Oh yeah,
And
I like that
so
song.
when I heard her, I was like, "Oh my god," like it just that song makes me cry.
Is that the one that goes like kind of high?
So it's slow, but then it gets really rocky. Like not like rocky like rocks, but like rock music. It's like very edgy.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's pull her up.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Got it.
Oh, well, it's true. I was made for you.
I was super
I
stumped by
climbed
her.
across the mountain top, swam across the ocean blue. I crossed over lands and I rode all the roads. And baby, I broke that mold for you. Oh, well, it's true. I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mind. Tiny words you
No
don't
idea.
come out. All of my friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my life is a mess. Oh, they don't know who I really am. They don't know what I've been through like you do. I was made for you.
So mystery, this is Leanne Rhymes.
Across my face, tell you the story over again. So many stories of where I've been, and now I got to where I am. Oh, but these stories don't mean anything. We've got no one to tell them to. It's true. I fight for you. Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Love it. So good. And I always love Ken. I know exactly who this is.
Yeah. Gina, yes, that's
Oh.
Leanne Rhymes. Oh my god, and she
Mhm.
I didn't even know it was her, and then once one of the judges had said, "That kinda sounds like Leanne Rhymes," and I was like, "You know what? I think they're right," 'cause then I could hear, like, the twang and,
Yeah.
just oh my gosh, she's just amazing.
She is
She's
amazing.
got
Yeah,
such a
then I think it
beautiful
was the year
voice.
Yeah. And then the year after she came back and did a song with the 3 finalists, I think.
Oh, that's right,
And
she
one of them was
did.
JoJo. Yeah. I have to run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. What else is going on? Let's see.
Well, I have the creator that we were SoFlo Mama, we were talking about or actually, you let me know about it. That one
Which one?
creator is going live talking about me, the Glare, and,
Oh,
the person we
yeah.
shall not name.
You know what? I'm gonna name her because she's an a-hole. She does not sound like Leanne Rhymes. I don't know who told her that, but they were
No.
lying. They had to be drunk.
Well, the reason why is because she said Leanna Rhymes. So I don't know
Yeah,
who Leanna
Leanna.
is, but she might sound like Leanna. She doesn't sound like Leanne.
Maybe her childhood best friend. She's delusional. Seriously. I
That's
cannot.
so funny. She said Leanna Rhymes.
Mhm. And she said it more than once.
What
It's like
did
it's
Gina say? Emmy, you, Sinner, and me are the hot topic. What do you mean, Gina? You're included in Morbid's thing?
No, Morbid was about me and Glare.
I actually went to state for a choir. I'm a pretty
I
good
know
singer.
Granny's Watching was talking about my live from yesterday. So I actually was in her chat for a while until I came over here. And I know Queen Bee was talking about it as well, but it was
That
mostly
chat was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I had to leave. It was like they didn't know what they were talking about. They were making stuff up. It's like if you we left SoFlo. If you would just listen to the live instead of speculating and making stuff up,
Right.
you would be able to, answer your own questions.
Yeah, for sure. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we're back. We're back.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, what
Okay.
were you saying, Emmy? They don't know what they were talking about? Yeah, absolutely. It
Well,
was
yeah,
ridiculous.
and the only reason I decided to talk in Granny's watching is because somebody in her chat had said I didn't sound upset enough, so they thought I was acting. And so Granny was like, Emmy never swears. So
The
this is
fact that
Emmy.
people think it's like manufactured is like, yeah, let me have some weirdo from YouTube call my parents. Like, that's mortifying. Like, borderline
Yeah,
psychotic.
like I would
Like,
never.
no, of course not.
And like
I'm over it.
my mom is like, I don't understand all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
because
then my
they're
dad,
psycho.
yeah. And I was like, Dad, why did you answer? And he's like, well, I don't know. Your mother was sleeping. It's like,
Scorpio,
Oh,
you can
no.
ask something. Yeah, but I mean,
Yes.
it's their residence. They should feel like they are, they're comfortable. It's their home. Like, how dare those crazy people uh, call you or your parents? I'm sorry. It's crazy. I mean, and
yeah.
what
And
was
I
she going to
mean,
get out of calling your parents? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, what the hell are you going to get out of
Yeah.
calling Emmy's parents? Like, what was the point of that? You know, she doesn't live at home. So, what are you doing? Just trying to
I
agitate
think
people?
intimidation, like,
Just the fact that she found your parents.
I mean, and it was a woman. I did, my dad verified that. I had him listen to a few voices. I'm not going to say what the outcome of that was. Because we still have to get a hold of the phone company. But yeah, like, what's the point? And to call them at 9:15 at night, why?
And ask
It's just,
where, like, is Emmy there? Like, Emmy's not here.
yeah. And Dad said, no, she's not here. And so they said this is, and he said like they like were mumbling. He couldn't really understand what they were saying. So it was like Aileen, and then he just said, I said, well, what else did they say? He said nothing. They just said she has my number. She can call me back.
Scorpio, we weren't bringing Queen Bee into anything. We were just talking about the comments in her chat. So I just want to clear that up. We
Hey,
understand
geez.
Queen Bee doesn't have anything to do with this, but
Nope.
the chat was crazy.
But they were
That's all.
discussing it. So I was just bringing up her live from earlier. And I
Yeah, we were
heard
just
that
talking about the live.
she
And she
invited me
even
up on
offered for
panel,
Emmy to come up. Yeah.
but I was like, nah.
So
Hey, Cheese, what's going on?
yeah, no, I understand. It's an open question. We just want to be completely fluid with the answer because I don't like BS. I already had to deal with some crazy shit today that I don't want to deal with.
Ugh.
So, yeah, Emmy definitely was invited up on her panel to explain the situation, but she didn't feel like going up there, and that's her right.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't even, Granny's watching offered me to go up on her panel. I'm like, no. Like, I'm not. I'll, try to correct some things, but people are going to believe what they want, and I can't change that. I know what happened, and I'm just really sad that we were having a lot of fun playing Words on Stream, trying to beat our, record, and then I had to just stop because my heart dropped. So,
Yeah. And I had just gotten there. I was ready to play. I was
I
pissed.
know, and oh my gosh, Amek, the first round, you probably didn't see the first round, but we only got to like level 12, I think. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? It was terrible. And then, so I think probably because today's only Friday. I keep thinking today's Saturday because I've had, a few days off already. But I think maybe tomorrow night I'll do like we can have our redeeming words on stream to try to beat level
Rematch.
20.
Hey, Freya Johnson. Freya is one of my daughters, by the way.
my
Oh,
gosh, how cool.
awesome. Nice to meet you, Freya. We love your dad. No worries, Scorpio Sting. Yeah. I mean, just ask anytime you have a question, just ask. We'll try and answer it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Scorpio, I definitely don't want to come off like a biatch, but yeah, I'm just so tired of everybody just being like, this person, that person. It's like, no, we're just pointing out the things we see. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Well, I am going to drop down because Glare
Okay.
is live and I am one of his
Yes.
mods and I'm nosy. I want
Right.
to see
No, totally.
I want to see what's going to be said. So,
For sure. Well,
hold
I
on.
actually
She
will
said,
probably
Emily, don't you think you're partially responsible? Don't you think that you are partially responsible for bringing this on to yourself? You did, after all, jump into a pit of vipers, knowing that a snake is a snake.
I don't believe I am because they have no right to bring my real life into this. I mean, sure,
Yeah.
I chose to review someone who was known to associate with people who do that, but to bring it to this level, I am 100% not responsible for their bad actions.
Yeah. In no way, shape, or form would contacting somebody's family be appropriate in any way.
No, I
Our
mean, I
family
almost
on here.
think like, but you knew what they were capable of. We're all capable of that, Cheese. I'm capable of doing that as well. I know people's information and stuff like that. I would never do that to anybody. No one. Not even my worst enemy. So no, I don't agree with you. I don't think Emmy's responsible at all. I think she does exactly what Blowhole does. And to be honest with you, Betty does worse because she sits there and she lies about cases, puts out misinformation, in my opinion. And Emmy
And does it
uses
with
her own
malice.
and does it with malice intent. And Emmy reviews her content, and that's her right. There's a ton of channels that review people's content.
Right. And
So
I was
no.
never, I don't believe I ever had a malicious intent. I talked about her content. I did talk about, the way she pronounces words. But never
Yeah,
would I do
I
what she
mean,
did.
there's so many people that are revealing people that are way worse. I mean, that's what YouTube's for. You're able to critique and have commentary. Those creators are dangerous when you have so many that will do for them.
And I think the difference here is that there was somebody that is now close to that person who was close to Emmy who gave information. So
100%, yeah. I
I just
mean,
think it
and
was
let's be honest, there's a lawsuit at hand. So, this is my opinion. I think she's going to use anybody and everybody to her advantage, and she doesn't really care what she does in the process of that. She wants to try to make a point. Do I think she's going to win? No, but that's my opinion. But I think she's going to try to pull out every stop that she can along the way.
Agreed.
She said, and I know that Emmy knows I support. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, of
And I,
course, Cheese.
yeah.
And I love that you give me an apple every time I see you. I just,
Aw,
I
that's
need
cute.
I need some peanut butter to go along with that apple.
Or caramel. Do you like caramel?
Ooh, caramel.
Mystery,
that's
I don't
good.
even think at this point it's about the kids at home. Like, we know she is, in my opinion, a crappy person. And at one point, I supported her and thought that she was doing good things. And then I watched the Quentin Simon thing and I said, I cannot get behind this. I can't do it. So I don't think it's so much as attacking moms or whatever, or have been threatened to be silent by her. I think it's, she claims that she doesn't go real life. She claims that she doesn't do this. She claims that she doesn't do that, but she does all of the above. And then now she's basically saying that she's one step below a lawyer when she is in fact not. I don't know if you guys caught that on her live today, but she's like, I'm basically right below a lawyer. Like, no, you're not. Clearly, from your filings, you're definitely not.
Oh, I didn't even watch her this morning.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
delusional.
And then she was live again tonight. I mean,
Yeah, I understand that concept. You can't fuck with the bull and not expect to get the horns. Yeah, I love that analogy. But on the flip side, it would be one thing if Betty was coming after Emmy and Aileen was coming to Emmy. She's not calling Emmy. She's calling her parents. So in my opinion, that's a bitch move.
and in Jersey has been doxing me in Betty's chat with my full name, as well as Morbid's the other day. So that's not okay. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But I do have to jump down. But thank you so much.
Okay.
It was
All
fun.
right.
Yeah,
Bye,
of course.
Emmy. It was nice talking
And
to you.
yeah, and I
Bye,
can't wait for the
Emmy.
next trivia night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna
All right.
wrap her up over here.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you, AMAC, and
No,
I will text
sure.
you. And thank you for
Yes.
having me up.
Yes. Text me. Let's do this again. Thank you everybody for
Absolutely.
coming. I think we may all head to the Glarer to see what kind of chaos is ensuing.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm
Oh
sure there's a lot.
boy.
Cheese, I do appreciate your opposing take on it though, because I think it makes everybody think a little differently. So
Yeah.
I like that you challenge. So please don't take what I said the wrong way. It's just my opinion.
For sure. All righty.
right.
Well,
Well,
thank
have
you
a good
everybody.
night.
You too. Thank you
All
so
right.
Mama.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Okay,
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, we'll do trivia again. I will need to think of a theme. So if you have a theme, drop her in the chat, drop it in the comments. Make sure to like this stream. Make sure to subscribe, turn all notifications on so that way you know when the next trivia night will be. So again, thank you everybody, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks.